The University of Michigan and Greater Ann Arbor rocked by criminal charges.
Non-citizen student from China was not only able to register to vote, but also cast a ballot.
According to the Secretary of State's office, the 19-year-old voted at U of M's Museum of Art.
Sources say the student used his university ID, among other documents, to register to vote.
The student faces charges of perjury and attempting to vote as an unauthorized elector, which is a felony.
Once ballots are submitted, experts say they're unnamed and almost impossible to find, so the vote will ultimately count.
Citizens have the right to vote. Non-citizens do not. It's important that all of our election officials be vigilant.
Everybody here, they shove in your face like, oh, are you voting? Are you voting? Vote early. Like, everybody needs to vote. And like, they don't even ask if you're American.
Well, Dave, you would think there'd be something in our voting system that would flag someone who was not a U.S. citizen.
This is the one time it was documented. How many other times is this happening that we don't really know about?
It could be happening more often and just hasn't been uncovered.
So you say it's rare, but we don't know.
Unfortunately, the only reason they knew about this student voting illegally is that the student actually tried to get his ballot back.
City officials in Ann Arbor say the voting site was on campus. Had the student not alerted election officials, some believe this situation could have gone unnoticed.
Why is it that this story has essentially gone viral?
Because it's a demonstration. It's actually proof that this can occur. And the people who have been saying this never happens are scrambling and have not provided an explanation as to how they will prevent this in the future.
The truth is on our side and the transparency is our friend. So we welcome people to ask us questions. We welcome people to serve as election workers themselves so they can see up close just how secure our elections are and how many layers of security we have to ensure that only valid citizens are voting and that we count every valid and only count valid votes.
I stand behind our Bureau of Elections staff. I think we work with extreme integrity to ensure that our rolls are accurate and that no one who is not eligible is not voting.
The Michigan Secretary of State's office has found 15 potential non-citizens who allegedly cast ballots in the November presidential election in Michigan. The 15 people are in addition to the University of Michigan student from China who allegedly voted illegally in Washtenaw County.
When people say the elections are secure, that this never happens, they're saying that not knowing whether that's a fact or not. But the bottom line is everybody needs to be vigilant and make sure that we protect the vote, ensure voter integrity, and the value of citizenship is protected.
All of us want to make sure only U.S. citizens are voting in our elections, and all of us follow the law, ensure the federal provisions are protected, and that we're ensuring that only valid votes are counted in our states. We're doing all that we can and more to ensure, as the facts show in all of our states, that only U.S. citizens are voting.
But the key point you just said, though, was federal provisions. There's no provision for state law other than state law. And so states really should put in their constitution, like the state of Georgia, I've asked them to do, make sure that only American citizens are voting in any election in your state.
Secretary